fire, 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 fire. I found this article while doom scrolling, so I thought it'd be like fun to go through and see if it's like bullshit or if it's actually helpful. It's really long though. We're gonna skim it as best we can, okay? Because I don't want to spend an hour on this. The real reason you find dating hard and what to do about it. All right. Practical solutions for the men who want love but feel stuck. Okay. You're not alone. There are countless men, good men, who want love, want marriage, want family, blah, 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 blah. You've tried, you've thought about it, blah, blah, blah. This article's for you. Most dating problems come from one of two places, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Practical solutions. Where is it? Where was I? I was fucking losing my train of thought. First is your environments of cities and cultures. Something about the West, conservative areas, or women to avoid. Chat. Avoid even most liberal cities. There are still good women. That's true. That's true. Sure, I can agree with that. I think there's good people everywhere. Okay, I can get down with this. Yeah. If you can't, what is it called? If you can't reshape your environment in other ways, your community, your routines, your social circles, the second source of problems is internal. Your skills, your mindset, your emotional blocks, your lack of development. Chat, do we like development? Like, I'm getting, like, vibes. I'm getting vibes, chat. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you just haven't been shown how to deal with these barriers like a man! There we go, there it is, chat. Those are the vibes I'm talking about. This isn't a scolding, it's a flashlight. I'm gonna show you something valuable for free. Each solution is the next step forward, one step at a time. Chat, am I crazy? I get the vibe he's like selling something. This kind of smells like alpha male course vibe for like, you know, $30. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Problem, I don't have time to go on dates. Solution, ooh, chat, ooh, solution, ooh. If you don't have time to date, you don't have time to be married. A woman isn't a hobby you slot in between deadlines. She's your future, your family, and mother of your children. Something about culture deadline, car on schedule, school and training, don't push off finishing, restructure your life so that within 12 to 24 months you're free enough to fall in love. Man, this is a whole fucking lot of yapping, man. That's part of being a mature man, taking control of your time and your energy. Ooh. Chat, is this a real problem? Do you guys complain about not having time to go on dates, or is this bullshit? I've heard one guy I know complain about this, but he's once divorced and over 30. It makes sense, like, when he complains about it, because he has, like, a career at this point in his life, and he was married for, like, I think it was, like, 8 or 10 years. I think it was 8. So getting back into the dating scene sucks, because he said women want to text you for 2 weeks before they ever want to go on a date, which is super cringe. So you waste all this time texting when you don't even know if you're gonna be attracted to them in person. That's not going on dates, so like, I don't know. Kind of if women want to need a certain time amount of money before it to be considered. It's not even about that. I'm talking about like texting. Texting ruined dating. You think so? You really think so? Yeah. It's BS, you make the time. Okay, just a little bit divided. I understand. A little bit. I can't afford to take a woman out on a date. Problem. Solution. Money has always been a sore spot for young men. Okay. Most men in history started out with very little. In the past, families often stepped in to help launch a young couple, but even then, the early years were lean, and that's normal. Blah, 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 blah. Marriage is not cheaper than dating. You don't need to impress her with a fine dining at a steakhouse, but you do need to signal that your life is in motion, that you have a plan. Take on a second job. Reduce your expenses. Build an income stream. Yeah, do TikTok drop shipping. Yeah, just stop being poor, idiot. Look at it as a test of your creativity. Blah, blah, blah. It's not a fun place to be because it's hard. Handle that first. A man who won't feed himself cannot feed a family. Chat, I'm getting a little bit of boomer vibes. I ain't gonna hold you. A little bit of Hold on, I gotta demonstrate this because I don't have like I don't have 3D, but like pull yourself up by the bootstraps kind of thing, you know? Those vibes, man. I could smell it like from a mile away, you know? Realistically, he's not wrong. You should absolutely, obviously strive to be successful and make good money. I totally get that. But I feel like you shouldn't be doing it for the purpose of wanting to get a girlfriend. Yeah. You should want to be successful on your own. Like when you're single. Again, I just don't know if I don't have money to go on a date is a real super common problem. I feel like bitches like that who are like, oh my god, I need money spent on me, I need a Birkin bag, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna go on a date with you and like suck your dick. It's like, that doesn't work, man. Those relationships don't fucking last. Having a job in this economy? I mean, that too. Grandpa didn't take his meds and started type random shit on Twitter. I probably got ran through ChatGPT, low-key. You can kind of tell by the structure of the piece. I've read a lot of ChatGPT bullshit. And here's another thing. The other thing he's not mentioning is that in this hypothetical scenario where you need money to go on dates with girls, this isn't like a silly little, haha, I got a second job this summer to get some extra money to take like a few girls to the movies kind of thing. This is a lifelong commitment in 2025. It's not 1969, Grandpa. You will work until you die unless you're really, really well off and you have really well off fucking family members. You don't need a second job to go on dates. You need a second job to not starve in some cases, man. I've heard of people taking 3 jobs on. My man's got two jobs and pulling himself by the bootstraps kind of looking ass article. That's right. If you need money to date a girl, you're not attractive. I disagree. I think women really have high expectations nowadays, at least like the really basic ones. There are deviations, of course, and integers. Factors, variables, I agree, but I think that money does matter a lot. What is this? Problem, I don't know where to meet women. Oh, here we go. Okay, oh no, oh, we got it to like, considering how boomer-esque this article has been so far, well, not article, let's just say it's like a tweet, right? I have low expectations, chat. Solution. This isn't just a logistics issue, it's a life design issue. You meet high quality women by becoming a high quality man in motion, a man with an interesting life. What, you want fucking parties and shit? What the fuck are we talking about, man? That means building a life that's rich with activity, purpose, and human connection. Oh, here we go. You meet women at the gym. Women don't just marry you, they marry into your lifestyle. If you're not organically meeting at least one woman per month who might want to date you, your life isn't active or interesting enough. Join groups, serve, create, build reputation in your community. What if, here we go, train at the gym. Here we go, yep, there it is. Train at the gym. Chat, how many of you go to the gym and you meet 0 bitches? Because bitches are crazy. Like, let's be honest, you honest, you go to the gym, you're fairly attractive, you're not ugly, and you meet 0 bitches. All taken? Yeah! Me, 0 bitches? Yeah. No, I'm talking about going to the gym. I've been harassed by bitches at the gym. Damn, my smuggler's getting some tail! Sheesh! I talk with boys at the gym, not girls. Okay, that's fair. But my point still stands. It's super cringe. Like, most of the time, like, meeting someone at the gym is kind of low-key a little bit cringe. Because you're trying to, you're trying to diversify your fucking, routine and work on your body. You're not there to, like, meet people. You're there to work out, right? Like, that's kind of the logic, I feel like. You'll need to choose environments where you can thrive. Smaller groups with consistent attendance. What, like your job? Classes, workshops with a shared task. Okay, hold on. This is about money too. Again, quiet community activities like hiking, book clubs, or local volunteering. Dude, this is ChatGPT looking ass, I swear. Nah, I wrote this on More Here. Where's a short field guide for men? Dude, this is so cringe. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I just got the worst PTSD sinking feeling in my stomach. Like reading this crap. I'm not throwing shade. He's probably right. If you want to meet girls, you gotta do stuff. I guess. Like, he's not entirely 100% wrong. I'm just so insanely introverted that the second I read, go do interesting things with interesting people, I got Vietnam flashbacks. To, like, my teacher telling me to pick a partner in fucking high school. I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to talk to people. I want to sit in my room and play WoW or anything else with my lights off. Where's the guide for introverted people? We need one of those. Like, what happened? Why is it always about extroverts and shit? Then stay single? Fuck you. Outside is where the bad guys are? That's not true. That's not true, chat. All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read this one in its entirety, chat. Problem. I'm too short or fat or ugly or too intimidating. Intimidating? Holy shit, okay. Dude, this reads like roleplay! Solution. Every man has something about his body he doesn't like. Okay. Some things can be changed, others can't. But here's the truth. Women don't marry just for looks. They marry for masculine presence. You can be average looking or even rough looking. Dude, this reads like a fan fiction. This reads like a woman's fan fiction. And still be deeply attractive if you carry yourself like a man. Strong, composed, grounded. No, this is... Chat, I have read a lot of essays. This actually reads word for word like Chat GPT. They always do this fucking like descriptor and then like 3 words. It's a big indicator, and it's done that repeatedly now. Most physical flaws can be compensated for by strength in other areas. Fat face, get lean and muscular. It changes your bone structure and confidence. Okay. Don't like your jawline? Grow a beard and learn to carry yourself with dignity. It's so vague, man! Short, then your mission is to walk like a king and build a life so compelling she forgets your height within 5 minutes. That's all it takes, chat. 5 minutes and she's just like, oh my god, I'm on my knees, bro. ChatGPT, please find me a woman. Plenty of short, homely, or scarred men. What the fuck are you dude, what the fuck does scarred men mean? Scarred men marry wonderful women, but only when they don't let their appearance be a cage. Fix what you can, style your hair, improve your grooming. Learn how to dress, lift, move, stand tall, speak with purpose, develop gravitas? I forget how to pronounce this word. And humor. The rest, let it refine your spirit. Not shame, but sharpen you. Your face isn't the problem you imagine it to be, and your presence is the solution. I hate this so much. She gets on her knees to meet you at eye level. Okay, Tyler won. Chat. I feel like a lot of these things listed here are more insecurities than actual problems. Like, he says problem. Like, again, it isn't wrong to try and fix things you feel insecure about, but I feel like the most important, or the more important message is that a lot of people, a lot of the times, the things you're worried about are just that. Little worries that only you see. If you're overweight and insecure about that, I feel like you should lose weight so you feel better and live longer. And not because you want to, like, impress a fucking woman. Like, if you don't care, like, that's your prerogative. Like, live your life. So what if I have a face that is scarred from fire? Does that mean I should stop just being insecure about it? I feel like I just read something that you translated through ChatGPT, man. What the frick is that, man? If you're fat and you're 400 pounds, eat more Big Macs. No, I'm kidding though. But like, for real though, if you are fat or you feel like you're not good enough, don't do it for a woman. Do it for yourself. Because if you hop into a relationship before you're content, like, with being alone, and I guess arguably for another word or another phrase is like dying alone, you can self-sabotage it all with your insecurities. The other thing with being content, like being alone, it makes you so much more resistant to bitches that want to take advantage of you. Or like don't really care about you and they like want you for your money or like your clout or your status or whatever. Like, be confident alone, smugglers. Don't let ethos bully you because they give you a crumb of attention. Always remind yourself, like, if she really, really likes you, it's for you. Not because, like, oh, like, if I stopped streaming or, like, if I lost all my money, she would still talk to me. Like, you know, you gotta think like she still wouldn't, you know? Move forward. Move without them. Get a man. I mean, that works too. Problem, I'm afraid of being Me Too'd. I have never in my entire life heard any man say this. What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, no one has to fucking worry about that. What? This is literally only a fear if you've ever only had social interaction on Twitter. I mean, I guess it's a Twitter article, but still, I feel like this sets me off. This is so weird. I'm gonna skip it. I think this is retarded. Yeah. Problem, I have debilitating social anxiety. Okay, that's me. Yeah. Okay, what's the solution, chat? I'm listening, I'm sitting up. Social anxiety is not your enemy, it's a signal. Anxiety is what your body feels when you know you're unprepared. So the real issue isn't fear, it's readiness. The solution is to prepare. Start by talking to people. Oh, shut the fuck up. You already know and trust. Do I come across in any off-putting way? Oh my god, I hate this so much. I actually want to blow myself up. Next, expand your social exposure. Go to the gym, talk to neighbors and cashiers. Shut up! That's not real! Practice warm eye contact as opposed to what? Cold eye contact or hot eye contact? Say hello, then progress to small talk. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. This is so cringe. Chat, I have extreme social anxiety. I hate being told this crap. This is the most generic shit I've ever read in my life. Like, he's probably right to some degree. I just hate being told to go talk to people to practice not having anxiety. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit in my room and not go outside. Here's what worked for me. I still have really bad social anxiety, but it's way less bad than when it used to be when I was a kid. I worked a job. I had to work a job. Gun to my head, like I had to do it to survive for like a year or two. A job that I think people would call like public facing. In other words, like dealing with like the general public, like in customer service and like front desk and that kind of thing. And after doing that for a few years, I hated the general public so fucking much that my body defaults to, I'm dealing with a fucking idiot. Instead of having like a nervous breakdown. Whenever I have like a social interaction that's not online. That's by the way, this is my dysfunctional dog shit solution. You probably shouldn't listen to me, but this is my personal, like, you know, fucking experience, you know? I feel like this is a very common thing. After working in retail, I fucking hate people. Yeah, no, I just think it's difficult, and I think it makes you hate everyone. Yeah. I space out mid-conversations sometimes. My eyes glaze over, but then I have to practice myself to look like I'm interested, if that makes sense. I love everyone. What a wholesome chatter. Where was I? Yep. Online dating is awful. Everyone on the apps is weird, overweight, and carries baggage. Whoa. That is... What? Overweight? Weird? Everyone? I mean, you're not wrong. Again, dating apps are like video games, chat. That's why they suck. If you're using an app for the purpose of dating, you're gonna meet people who are min-maxing it like they would a video game. That's like the easiest solution and path for them. Which means the likelihood you find a real connection is much lower. Because everyone is judging you like super superficially. I would stay away from dating apps. That's just me though. I don't know. Like some people really like them. I don't really fucking like them. They suck balls. I'm afraid of being rejected. Solution. Rejection is painful, especially when you take it personally. So stop taking it personally. Yo, Chad! Yo, Chad, if you're depressed, just stop being depressed. Yeah, just don't be afraid, bro. You're scared of spiders? Just stop being scared of spiders, bro. Yeah, just stop being scared, man. Oh my god, I want to punch this guy. Like, this goes back to my earlier point about being content alone by being by yourself. If you're a strong, confident smuggler that enjoys his own company and his own games and like likes going outside and like doing stuff and maybe not necessarily talking to people, but like going and seeing friends or talking to friends and doesn't need a girl to make him happy, you probably won't fear rejection. That's how I would try and deal with it, you know? This is such bullshit. I hate this argument. And then it's like, blah, 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 blah. Too many grew up on movies where rejection is public and humiliating. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! None of the women I meet are up to my standards. Dude, every segment I feel like we're getting a little more off into the weeds. Who gives a fuck about what she wants? Just be yourself! And be open about what you want in a relationship. And if she has a problem with you, then cut that shit off, man. It's not that deep. You don't need this stupid ass article to tell you this. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what women want today. I don't know what women want. This makes me tired. Every new segment, man. It's the same shit. I don't know what women want. Like, it's the same thing, but phrased differently. Wait, none of the women I meet are to my standards. I don't know what women today want. It's the same thing, kind of. Who fucking says this, man? I mean, oh, okay, pause. I do think that these are two different things, but at the same time, this is all GPT regurgitated garbage. Saying like her posture, her eye contact, her tone. Like, this is such a big bullshit, man. I've never really like heard guys complain about this that much, to be honest. I feel like it's the inverse. Because generally, I feel like the standards you set for yourself for a girl aren't things you find out until you've been dating them for a little while, like their personality and stuff. It's sometimes really hard to snuff out a girl if she's going to be a psycho or not. Hopefully, by dating for a while, right? That shit might not come out until months later. I feel like the standard I see my chat say they have is that she needs to be nice. At the very least, she needs to be loyal, not to be a cheater or like looking for other guys. Like, that's really it, right? Or am I wrong? And have a pulse. I mean, you know, below 400 pounds. Oh no, no. Nice, loyal. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what women today want. This reads very badly. Where was I? I don't know what women today want. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, instead bring warmth, curiosity, humor, presence. Again, the 3-letter bullshit. Be patient, be strong, be sincere. All vague posting. Dating is exhausting. I just want to skip to marriage. Solution. I'm always surprised by how many men don't enjoy dating or find it exhausting or stressful. Chat, who fucking says this? Who says this? Nobody says this. At least not in my community. This is like some Gen X boomer coded problem for like 40-plus-year-old dudes. No, nobody in nobody chat has ever said this because we've watched 100 videos about women absolutely like raping their husbands for half their shit in a divorce. Nobody wants to skip to marriage because they're afraid of what they could lose, man. Yeah, not the marriage part, sure. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you don't want to, like, bullshit around and text for 2 weeks, but, like, skip to marriage? Like, what? What? Huh? I have low self-esteem and maybe depression. Again. I'll say it again. Be confident in yourself. Learn to enjoy your fucking own company, chat. Nobody cares if women can tell if you're not confident. Nobody cares if women get the fucking quote-unquote ick if they think you're depressed. That's not the point. The point is if you aren't happy by yourself, you won't be happy in a relationship. And you will either self-sabotage or get taken advantage of by some e-thought. Like, prove me wrong. Here comes the ChatGPT answer to stop being depressed. Yeah, just stop being depressed, bro. Women already deal with emotional, hormonal mood swings. The last thing they want is a man to be depression. Eat meat! Depression can be attacked the same way. Exercise, eat meat, get sunlight, cut screen time and porn. Seek out experts. Gym. Oh my god, shut up! I hate this. Problem. There's no point in dating when divorce laws are against men. Yes, divorce laws are unjust, but giving up on women because the system is rigged is like giving up on work because taxes exist. You don't surrender to injustice, you outsmart it. Hold on. You said taxes and then you're like, outsmart taxes. Okay, I'm down. Okay. Yeah, tax evasion? Yeah, I'm down. Vet better. Choose a woman who fears God. What are we playing, Warhammer? Loves truth, hates a divorce. Hold on, what? What the fuck are we waffling on about? This is actually so painful. If you end up in court, you've already failed. What the fuck? Are they gaslighting? They're gaslight girl bossing them. You're the person reading the article. Nah, what? Chat, do you really need an article to tell you not to date crazy bitches? This segment doesn't even make any sense. Because if this really one of your top worries that makes you not want to date, just get a prenup. I don't get it. If you think you find the right girl that genuinely makes you happy and you have zero doubts and she treats you right, I don't think this is something you have to worry about. Do you know when you would have to worry about this? If you're not confident by yourself and you're desperate for a wife or companionship, you marry a girl even though there's signs that she's a Karen and that will divorce you for money or ruin your life in other ways, like maybe after you have a kid or something. Yeah. Prenups can also be ignored. That's not my point. Do you understand the point I'm trying to say, though? Yeah, sure, like, prenups don't help you against everything, but it helps a little bit. Is this shit that should have been figured out during dating? Thank you. Yeah. I don't see the benefit of marriage in 2025. Yes, this has gotta stop. Why are we even here anymore, brother? If you don't want to get married, then don't get married. Some people swear off it because they got burned by it. Or they're afraid of commitment. Who cares? Has Tyler 1 proposed to Michaela yet? No. And they're about to have a second kid. Who gives a fuck? Do whatever you want. Oh my god, this is such garbage. Oh my god, essaying. Hell yeah. Problem. I've done everything right. I'm a great catch and I still can't find a woman. Chat, I'm gonna be real. You might have an ego problem. Or this guy's trying to sell you something. Anyway, this was super duper fun. Yeah, no more waiting. No more guessing. Let's find out what's really in your way. Also, buy my book. You said you want women? I'm here to begin a conversation. Yeah, I'm a nice type shit, right? Nah, I'm done. This is so fucking cringe. I'm gonna be your dad. Please give me $30 and read my book. Thank you very much. Super duper cringe. Chad, did you find anything useful in this today? Do you think ChatGPT really helped you out? I think it did. That was a lot of nothing. It was beautiful. Such garbage. Yeah, the first comment pissed me off. Nope, don't care. That's right. Keep watching VTubers. I'm gonna run all my life problems through ChatGPT. Yeah, your dick pee-pee don't work. Eat more meat and get more sunlight. Bleach your asshole. You think I'm joking? I think it actually could say that, man. I was half expecting it. No, like when it started saying eat meat, I was like, okay, man. Like, look. Sleep and wake up on Riven. Go outside. Cut screen time. And porn. Eat meat. I was like, oh my god, dude. Next, you're gonna tell me to, like, put prebiotics up my butthole. Be happy. Be alone. Sunbathe your balls. Chop wood. Eat meat if you're sad. That's what I learned today. Honestly, kind of based.